The driving force behind Bruce Wayne's crusade as Batman was the tragic murder of his parents, Thomas and Martha. The life-defining moment for one of DC's greatest heroes led to a range of adaptations of the iconic moment in Batman movies and TV, with it being a significant part of the narrative for most of them. While the name Joe Chill is more often than not assigned to the Wayne murders, there have been a variety of murderers over the years. While some were nameless and had no motivation worth mentioning, others were key players in what Bruce would later become. Whether future foes or guns for hire, the history of the Wayne murders is just as interesting as Batman himself. Joe Chill is the most common figure behind Thomas and Martha Wayne's deaths. General canon. The most common name attached to the Wayne murders is Joe Chill. Joe Chill is usually depicted as a common criminal down on his luck. He sees the Wayne family leaving a theater and decides to strike. Sometimes Chill knows exactly who they are, while other times it is nothing more than being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The random nature of the crime found in the general canon was enough to drive Bruce Wayne to later don the cape and cowl, as that fateful night showed him how ruthless the city is. Joe Chill and his murder of the Waynes is one of the most brutal moments in the Batman comics, and also one of the most iconic. The latest iteration of Chill murdering the Waynes happened during Batman, Caped Crusader, the 2024 animated series, which provides a newer take on one of the most renowned versions of the Dark Knight's origin story, cementing the show's atmosphere as a modern take on the classic version of his story. However, it's unlikely this will be the last version of this take on the death of Bruce Wayne's parents, as Joe Chill is a popular pick for the criminal responsible for their deaths. A dastardly criminal created Adam West's Batman. Batman 66. The 1960s Batman series leaned more into a campier tone. Because of this, the stakes were low and lives were rarely in danger. However, Batman can't really exist without his parents dying, and this series is no exception. The Waynes aren't shown in a flashback, which is a staple in most other forms of Batman media, and the killer isn't even properly identified when discussing his past. Bruce simply states that his parents were taken out by a dastardly criminal and leaves it at that. While a motive was never given, it can be assumed that the Waynes were victims of a random mugging. The series had many good episodes and some bad, and this speech in the first episode is one of the few instances of dark subject matter. Jack Napier's murders made Michael Keaton's Batman. Batman 1989. Tim Burton's first Batman film, released in 1989, contained the shocking revelation that a young Jack Napier killed the Waynes. Fans of the film know that Jack Napier would later become the Joker, adding a whole new layer to the infamous Batman-Joker rivalry.